policing the police every single day, and doing what the Charlotte County Sun newspaper and local TV stations won't do every single day.
Hi, this is Vicki Cannon. May I help you?
Hey, I'm the one that's over here at the Callahan Branch Library for the early voting. I'm with the media, and I'm just covering early voting during COVID-19. I'm here to document early voting during COVID-19 in different counties.
The act of videoing is the problem, but I have the authority to remove you.
Okay, so are you telling me that
And I'll get my county attorney right now to be ready for whatever you want to say. And I'll get the division of the Secretary of State and the division to be prepared.
Okay, well, what is your stance on it then? Let me make sure I clearly understand what you're telling me that I need to do.
I'm saying do not video within the 150 feet.
Okay, and I'm telling you that right now I'm in fear of being arrested because there's at least 3 Nassau County Sheriff's deputies at this location right now.
So why don't you just back out of the 150 feet and then you won't be fearful?
I would like to stay here till 6 o'clock and do what I normally do, get time-lapse video, and just document the flow of traffic coming in and out of the voting area. Can I do that?
I'm going to ask them to remove you, and you can do whatever you need to do beyond that.
What do you mean you're going to ask
I've already spoken to the captain, and he's going to have you removed.
Okay, I wish you wouldn't do that. I think you're making a mistake.
Well, I wish you wouldn't video. Why can't you just stand there and point your camera in another direction where, like you usually see, not
This is the supervisor of elections I'm talking to on the phone right now. Are you the captain?
Nope.
Okay, she just said that she's going to have the captain remove me. I don't know what that means.
I'm the sergeant. They relayed it to me.
Okay.
That's what we're here to, okay?
All right.
They don't want you up here, so you're going to have to leave.
And I'm not refusing to leave. If I don't leave, what will happen?
I was told to arrest you.
I've always come and voted in person, and that's the way I'll continue to do it.
But not everyone feels the same way as coronavirus continues infecting thousands in Florida. Many voters opting to stay away from the polls as early voting kicks off today. Thanks for watching NBC2. I'm Sean Barry.
And I'm Megan Myers. The August primary just 10 days away. Tonight, our Zach Barrett checked out a number of polling places, and he's joining us to see how exactly they're making everything work during this pandemic.
You have a great night.
You
Enjoy.
too. Mary Terranova walks here to cast her ballot every election.
Every time it's voting, it's been packed. I mean, you can't hardly even find a parking spot.
But on the first day of early voting this year, you could park pretty much anywhere.
Why? You know, why aren't people coming out and voting and doing their thing?
Election officials in Collier County say 1,068 people cast their ballot in person today, hundreds less than usual. Lee County seeing 1,793 voters, some not letting COVID break their voting traditions.
I physically like to come in, actually do it, and submit it into the machine myself. It's your choice to have mail-in ballots, but I chose to vote in person, just the way I am.
Lee County election officials say they've processed more than 1,000 mail-in voting ballot requests today alone before the 5 p.m. deadline. But some are concerned that their vote won't even get where it needs to go.
I want it there. I now know it's there.
Not thrilled with the mail, SHERI has put her mask and gloves on to drop her ballot here today. But with masks being suggested and not required inside polling places, she wouldn't step foot inside.
I am, too worried to go inside there. I don't know how many people are masked or not masked. If it was mandated, I would probably feel differently about it.
Voters that did go inside tell us they felt staff at polling locations are doing all they can to keep you safe while making your vote count 10 days before the August primary.
Well, I think it is safe enough if you're taking all the precautions that you need to take.
Collier election officials say they will have the number of mail-in ballots counted by tomorrow. Reporting in Fort Myers, Zach Barrett, NBC2.
Those who don't have a mask will be given one when they arrive. Now,
voting for our state's August 18th primary starts tomorrow for Lee and Collier counties. And because of the pandemic, you're going to see some changes that the state is taking to make sure that voters and poll workers are safe. 4 in Your Corner, Sandra Rodriguez live with what you need to know. She's at the election supervisor's office in Lee County. Sandra?
People will be expected to wear a face mask when they go out and vote tomorrow. Those who don't have a mask will be given one when they arrive. Now, there were concerns over a poll worker shortage in Lee County, but the supervisor of elections tells me all of the early voting sites will be fully staffed.
With the COVID-19, you can expect that we're going to be following all the CDC recommendations.
It's early voting for Florida's primary election, and election officials in Lee County want to make sure you're safe when you head to the polls.
We're requesting that all voters wear masks.
Additional safety measures include extra sanitation and plexiglass barriers. Poll workers also taking safety precautions.
All our polling workers will be wearing masks or face shields.
Earlier this week, Lee County reported a shortage of poll workers, but the Lee County Supervisor of Elections says they have seen their number of volunteers increase.
You know, people are signing up now. We are fully manned, so that we're putting them on as alternates.
Lee County will have 10 early voting locations, all fully staffed.
There shouldn't be any lines at all at the early voting sites.
But for those who prefer to vote by mail, it's not too late to request your ballot.
You can drop your vote by mail off at early voting, and we're going to set up drop-off points away from the polling location. Basically, it'll be a drive-through drop-off.
Doyle says this primary election has resulted in a historic number of vote-by-mail ballot requests.
180,000 voters have requested a vote by mail.
And so far, roughly 80,000 have been returned.
Which I expect we're going to have close to 120,000 returns. So we're going to have a big, busy week next week.
Now, the deadline to request your vote-by-mail ballot is tomorrow before 5 p.m., and you can find a complete list of early voting locations on fox4now.com. Live in Fort Myers, Sandra Rodriguez, Fox 4, in your corner.
Hey, Sheriff County, this is Sheriff County COPWATCH. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.